Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Ascension. We are here in the Legend of Keepers with the Ascension mode, which is of course the scaling difficulty 1 to 20. Last time we conquered the very first Ascension with Slave Holdemog, and you know what that means. It's time for Enchantress Cyril, who was of course the next released character. Fun fact, back in ye old days, Mog was the only playable character in early access, but you could access the Enchantress, by getting the supporter back. You know, back in the olden times. Ascension 2, Master's maximum life is reduced by 10%, which isn't that big of a deal, because we're used to dealing with half-life, so I'm gonna be perfectly fine, methinks. And I do have a special strategy that I'd like to take a look at, with a particular character that we've ignored, mostly. Also, I was just looking through the teams, and look at this. 20 to 100 starting value for elementary, my dear. Of course, this does provide you with all of the wombo combo, so it makes sense. We won't be doing too much womboing or comboing today, but there's gonna be a lot of poison. The team has been assembled. Last time with Slave Holdemog, we gave the stage of Ascension 1 to a character that we did not get to see during the Neptunian banners, one of the new Neptunians, the giant jellyfish. And her performance, Nomura, was phenomenal. By usage of her, not so much. But let's not talk about that, because there was a Draconid character that we missed. That is, of course, Old Big Ma. And when I was looking at good old Big Ma, good old Big Ma, I was wondering what precisely I should do with him. And then I remembered, Cyril has access to the Treants, and there's some shenanigans we can pull off with that. So our team has been concocted with Skeleton, Draconid, and Elementals in mind. And of course, it's not a Cyril run if the Spiky Boys are not here. So to assist in this wonderful run, this beautiful concoction of poison and thorns, we've gone into the talent tree, reset it, and dumped it into the right side here, providing us with 2 free Treants, making it so Enchanted Seeds apply its thorns, making it so monsters who transform because of Enchanted Seeds gain additional life, and allowing Treants to apply 2 additional effect stacks, which is poison. On top of that, we also have 30% of monster attacks to apply an additional effect stack of any damage over time effect, such as poison. This side of the tree caps off with the bonus of dealing additional damage to heroes who are poisoned, but unfortunately my poor Cyril is only level 12, and thus can't get that. So here we go!
Following the path of destiny.
Cyril's promotions are all talent related, and every time we look at this, I have to mention the elephant, the pink elephant, in the room. That is, of course, mental alienation. This is an unbelievably potent ability that works half the time. Half the time it works 100% of the time. What this does, especially when upgraded, is that it can make enemies run away by dealing a percentage brawl damage based off their missing life percentage. Because we are working with poison and thorns that's slowly chipping enemies to death, I'm not sure that's going to be the most efficient use of our time, but it's not a bad option to add to our repertoire. Otherwise, I think we're going to go mid here. Elemental Flaw is pretty good. Also, Poisoned Body kind of just rolls with what we're doing. So, yeah. Alrighty, middle it is. I do love running it down mid. Our YOLO artifact is the Crystal Skull. 25% chance that monsters defeated come back to life as a skeleton warrior. Fantastic! Well, at least it's not bad. Let the naming process begin. Alrighty. Allow me to introduce the team. We have the Skeleton Archer Vertebrae. A curious choice most of the time, but he does provide some powerful resistances that we are otherwise lacking, and his additional dodge can be phenomenally powerful. We begin with our 2 free Treants, Douglas and Treebeard. They're okay. They're not great, but they're not bad, and they can deal a lot of poison. A lot of poison. We have Pliny the Basilisk. This is our primary poison detonation, added of course with the Draconid banner way back in the day. It went way back, a while ago now. He or she, the Basilisk, can blow up any poison stacks to deal bonus damage. This is part of a wombo combo that we can lean into. I've opened the door. How far into the door do we go? I don't know. But it's open, and it's pretty good. We also have Old Big Ma. This is one of the new Draconid units that we did not get to see. Thanks to Brian, whose name suggestion was to just let it be Old Big Ma. His name is Old Big Ma. So here we go. He deals physical damage to the back and applies slowed. Can also apply nature damage to the front and apply poison. He has a passive where the monster behind the Old Big Ma gains 25% of his maximum life at the start of the fight. I think what this means is it takes 25% of max life, so for Old Big Ma himself that will be 25, and then it adds it on top of his maximum number, so he'll be sitting at 125. With the current room, this is actually not that great. But, hey, more life is more life. Even one more hit point could allow someone to live another turn. Maybe. Probably not. In room 2, we have, of course, the tried, the true, the one and only. It is the Spiky Boy room. I couldn't play Sarah without it. Don't judge me too hard. We have Icy Spiky, the Ice Spike Boy. We have Fiery Spiky, the Fire Spike Boy. And Spiky Boy himself, the OG, the Earth Impaler. Now, what these lovely individuals all do is they synergize with each other with thorns and just giggle at things, punching them. So putting them together is really fun. And Tree Bearders are second. Treants. As far as our traps are concerned, I just changed the starting traps to the poisonous plants, which will deal AoE nature damage and then apply nature weakness because we're doing a lot of nature damage. Yeah, get it? Good. Now, because we only have one trap, this sounds familiar. I would like to start with the Merchant, which means I'm going to forego this Trainer, which is probably fine. Now, what are we looking for in a trap? Hi, Putricide. You're not bad. Now, traps are not a huge part of Cyril's game plan. Or my game plan. But another monster is another monster. Bork is also pretty good, but he's also not part of our game plan, really. So we're just going to go ahead and swallow something and move on. This might not be bad. Of course, we're focusing on nature damage, but we also apply elemental weakness quite often. And fire is fire. So we'll just take this. We have a second trap. It'll be useful. We can move on. And I think we just YOLO here. Although, how does the plant level up? I'm talking with my hand a lot. My left hand is moving like crazy, but there's no camera because I hate the camera. Actually, more accurately, I hate the light. It might be worth leveling up the plant. At least off of level 1. You know? We're broke. Great. We can go ahead and plunder because we do have an excess of units. If we desire, which I kind of do, we might get a YOLO artifact. This could be catastrophically terrible. This could be okay. Well, we risk it for the biscuit. Well, something Darkseid. Something complete. You placed a bet on a ball racing game during lunch break. The one you chose finished first and you won the jackpot. You could also use your winnings to throw a party for your employees. Nope. That's mine. And we're going to go with the hardest encounter because our backup room is the Spike Boys, are the Spike Boys, be the Spike Boys. And my faith in them is absolute. What an incredibly strange dungeon layout with an incredibly strange start. So, very first room is the spell room. Not expected. But this would allow us to do some enchanted siege shenanigan, which I'm not opposed to. In the slightest. It's either that or I bramble here for the additional nature weakness, which might be the play. That, what is it, minus 20? You know what, let's try the Enchanted Seeds. I've been ignoring Enchanted Seeds for a long time with Cyril, so we'll see. But we have a whole bunch of ice characters here to join us. Oh, the shuffle was not very great. The Sage leading the charge. Look at the thorn damage from the Enchanted Seeds. Oh my goodness, thorns. Oh, I love thorns. The Sage leads the charge. He one-tapped Old Big Ma. Poor Old Big Ma. He is gone and lost. I can't believe we're going to get double Treant turn here. Joined by the Hellbringer, who will deal AoE ice damage and apply that annoying elemental weakness, which is what put Old Big Ma into the grave. And the Ice Wizard, who did his infamous shuffle and is now dealing AoE ice damage. Unfortunately, the Sage did go ahead and remove all of my double poison stacks, but there's more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen. Foolish mortals. Adventuring scam. Ooh, look at that. We actually got one of our procs. This is a 25% chance, right? Yeah. A 1 in 4. Not bad. I went for the stun. I thought maybe I could roll the 1... If I rolled the 1 in 4, maybe I could roll the 1 in 5. I could not roll the 1 in 5. That was a negative. A negative El Capitan. We'll go ahead and apply the nature weakness. I think this applies to poison damage, but I'm not sure. However, it doesn't matter, because now I can Elemental Flaw. Bye-bye. That was... Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, okay. Okay. The door's open. We've taken a step into the door, and now we have taken a second step. Everyone welcome Richard. Richard D. Pecker. We really went with that name, didn't we? The Cockatrice. The Cockatrice is, of course, a poisoning unit. Also, you can just YOLO debuffs people, which is fun. But also does synergize directly with Pliny, because Pliny's nature detonation, poison detonation is on the back line, and he attacks the back line. So, that's cool. I dig it. Now, because of our event, something, upgrade the trap. Something, upgrade the trap. Okay. You know, I never really upgraded this stupid furnace. How does it go? I also don't have talents in that thing. I'd be happier upgrading the furnace if I had the talent point where I deal bonus damage to burning people, but I do. I'm not that into this team. I'm really not. I like the poison one, but I don't like the fire one. A young man manages to sneak up to you and threaten you with a rusty blade. His face streaked with angry tears, he seeks to avenge his family tortured and devoured before his very eyes. You can gently pat him on the shoulder and show him the exit. Amuse yourself with his suffering, or offer him as a gift to your employees. We'll spare him, because I have no other way of collecting tears. A wandering troubadour offers to sing for your employees. Go away. You're hideous. Alrighty. Okay. I have a moment to redeem myself. Hello? So, the transmutation circles. Monsters placed at the front deal 2% additional damage per missing life percentage. This missing life percentage is the monster's missing life percentage, not the missing life percentage of the enemy. I've had to be corrected like twice now. Twice was enough to make me remember. Until I forget later. But for now, I've remembered. And this actually could be really good for us. However, it's not like, well... What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Is all Big Maw permanently increasing Treebeard's hit points? There's no way. Is this a permanent buff? No. It's hilarious that Texas system. Well, I'm going to try to make Treebeard the biggest Treant you've ever seen. So I guess this would actually be freaking hilarious. So, okay. Off you go, Vertebrae. Go collect the thing. I'm glad I checked that. Artifact, so... Well, the resting altar, the purification altar, the shiny room, is really bad for our poison shenanigans, but once again, I have the spiky boys in the second room, so I don't give a shit. This one could be a little tricky. I still don't give a shit, but this could be a little tricky. I like the Enchanted Seeds place, so we're going to go ahead and follow that through. Are you really going to get more health, Treebeard? Maybe? I don't know. At least everyone survived this time. So the Amazon is leading the charge. She will be attacking the center with nature damage, which we absorbed happily and pleasantly. The problem are the next two units. The Tracker is attacking the back with fire, which Treebeard miraculously survived. Barely. By the skin of his... Alright, this boy. I'm like, why is it attacking the... That's fine. We aren't even going to use the poison. Look at that, the Treant play. Now, it's worth noting that I realize the poison is not going to be very effective against the Amazon. I realize that. But I'm not all that bothered by it either. Maybe I should have used the nature weakness there. I just kind of want to see how big the number could get. I don't think Treebeard's HP is going to increase again. But it would be funny if it did. This is hilarious. Oh, and now I got a skeletal warrior. Oh, you're immune to nature weakness. What? Ah. Why? Because she can. Is really the only reason. Are you gonna one-tap the skeletal warrior? You sure aren't. And we got the stun. Wow. There was no reason for me to do the root thing again, so I should have just done that. What a first room. Oh, that's funny. And now what? Now what are you going to do? Oh, no. Bye, Felicia. That went well. I liked this. I was into this. I ain't scared of no Amazon. Troll beer, huh? Troll beer. This does synergize with the transmutation circle. Better I take the Horn of Plenty? I'm taking the troll beer. We're doing poison stuff, right? So, like, poison and thorns, they don't really synergize with the Horn of Plenty at all. Time to level up. Treebeard is still at 112.5, so I don't think this number is going up anymore. But that's hilarious that it went up at all. I'll level Treebeard, sure, why not? Did I break this? I feel like I might have broken it. As the honorary new question mark unit, Old Big Ma will be leveled up to 4. You know the drill. I know the drill. That's just how it be. The doctor just had a brilliant idea. Why not cynically gather blood or tears directly from your employees? Okay. Do the tears. Why not? That did hurt all of our employees, but I don't care. I could even fix it right now. Do I? No. A strange gentleman, in the guise of a toy manufacturer, knocks on your door and offers to sell you a range of amusing items. He requests nothing in exchange other than the materials required to make them. A strange and most troubling force physically prevents you from declining. So the Prismatic Stone is a unique artifact to Enchantress Sarah. All monsters of the group gain enhanced resistance at the start of the fight if the group contains elemental. The Dryad is not an elemental. The Dryad is a Dryad. The Trent is a Trent. The Trent is not an elemental. This would, however, affect the Spiky Boys, and there is a poisonous elemental. Is it just Gaia? I mean, it's either I do this or I take the Philosopher's Stone. Which might not be bad. Whoops. Yeah, I think it's just Gaia here. Uh. I'll take it, I'll take it. This is just further insurance for room 2. That's it. That's all it is. A Banshee has offered her crying services for a very reasonable price. You could get a smaller quantity of tears for free if you show her one of your employees to get her all emotional. 50 gold for 20 tears. It's not great. Actually, is it? The transmutation is like 70 gold, right? So you know what? That's value. We just need to hit an alchemist. We just need to tap an alchemist and, you know, life will be swell. Healing fountain. Kinda sucks, but there's nothing I can do about that. So we're just good to go. Here we go. What a curious layout. We could be in a little bit of trouble, but perhaps not that much. The traps I think could be swapped around if need be, but I had a thought process here. I had a thought. Our champion is the pyromancer, and that's not great. Thankfully, we did YOLO the Ice Wizard shuffle decently well. We almost got a perfect 100%, but not quite. Oh, Pliny got the life bonus and would have died without it. Very nice. The sorceress is in the front, attacking the front with air. I wanted Old Big Ma to be there, but Treebeard ate it like the champion that he is. With this bonus nature weakness, we are going to Pestilent Breath. The sorceress, I could... Slow is 40, right? Oh yeah, I'm slow, so I don't care. There's no point in him being slow too. We don't get to do our little shenanigans with the transformation, unfortunately. Holy shite balls, that's a lot of damage. Oh, this is so much damage because he was in front for the transmutation. So okay, sure. Look at that. That was beautiful. Unfortunately, it's looking a little bit like... Where did their poison body go? So Spiky Boys are up here. We do not want to Enchanted Seed the Spiky Boys. So we're just going to go ahead and Elemental Weakness, which only affected the Pyromancer. Great. But the Spiky Boys, with their elemental resistance and their vast amount of not giving a fuck, should be fine. Maybe. Possibly. This actually is really bad, the way this is laid out. Because the Ice Wizard resists the Ice Guy's attack, and the Pyromancer is resisting Fiery Spiky's attacks. But all the thorns here, I think, are going to bring us home. I think. Even though Fiery Spiky did fall, the Ice Wizard has also fallen, which opened up the door for Icy Spiky to do Icy Spiky things. Straight in the face. I don't think I want the lure. As cute as the lure is, we would only be using this for its multi-action. Can I use the poisonous plant's nature weakness on itself? Is that a thing? Ha. I also don't think I want Praying Pie, although this could be cute. Which, I mean, the other choice is Kael'thas? Or, excuse me, Kel'Thuzad. How could I get that wrong? Kel'Thu motherfucking Zod. Please forgive me. I do like KT, but, like, not really a part of our plan here. It doesn't play into the scheme very well. He does provide us. He would cover our tremendous fire weakness, but that's what Vertebrae is for. It's just Vertebrae is kind of missing right now, you know. We'll bring KT. You never know when KT would be useful. Kel to motherfucking Z. My front room is getting a little too large. Just a tiny bit too large. So I think that old Big Ma... Oh no, Pliny's health went back down. Why did Treebeard's bonus stay? Did I find a bug? If I did, that's kind of cool. So if I go to the trainer, we're looking at one upgrade, or I can get a level 4 poisonous plant, which I think I'm going to do. We'll just tap that off. Finish that once and for all. An employee found a strange, unlabeled flask while cleaning and is about to drink it without even checking if it is poisonous. You recognize it as an evolution elixir. Will you let them drink it for +1 level, or will you take it for yourself? But this is Fiery Spiky, my boy. He can take it. The ritual's upgrading our own paw. And I say we increase poison body and elemental flaw. Call it a day. Master bonus, huh? Okay, sure. I think we're going to have to let old Big Ma sleep for a turn. Just to recover some of that lost motivation. And this should be pretty easy. Well, I take that back. A little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Do I really want to do this? I'll give it a shot. We should level it up. So leading the charge is the Dragon Knight. This YOLO'd exceptionally well, although Pliny could still be in danger. Potentially. The Dragon Knight attacking the center with armor, or physical damage, which is resisted by the 40% armor Pliny, but it wasn't enough with everyone else doing their stuff. Like the Invoker throwing an ice ball at him. Very rude. The Invoker will be attacking the front with fire, which is why Kel'Thuzad, Kel'Thu motherfucking Zod, is here. And he shall fall. And last but not least, the Enchanter, which is the supreme nuisance. Shuffling everybody about, like the rude boy that he is, and dealing AoE nature damage while applying elemental weakness. It is exceptionally rude. And I am resisting the urge to press this button. I am resisting no longer. I think we Stalactite fall. If the Enchanter falls, which he will very soon, then he will explode poison to everybody, which is great. It's all part of the grand plan. I think yeah. Good old Fiery Spiky is the only one that attacks the back. Yes, good. Wreck beneath the endless tide. So we can increase regen. Why am I missing health? Why do I have 1013 health? What? I guess I'm increasing regen. Oh, I have full health. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. My motivation is actually pretty hurt here. But there's a therapist here, so that works out. I'm not interested in engineer. We can tap the trainer here, but there's not much we can do. I guess we can make Treebeard level 4. That's funny. Is there a reason to? Amusements? Amusement's a good enough reason. We're going to hit this therapist here, and we are going to provide it with 20 tears to fully extend, which should recover, yep, pretty much all of our lost damages. Alchemist is probably what we're doing here. We don't need tears, so we can just... Yeah, 10 tears for 75 gold. So we ultimately made We paid 50 for 20. So we made 100 gold. Not bad. I think I am going to tap this once. I can't think of an event off the top of my head where I need tears. But we're going to get a lot more blood, so we can just do that. Maybe I'll need it. Maybe I won't. We're not going to touch the siege. If you have less than, I think it's 5 traps, they don't, it just picks 1 trap to send out. And we obviously don't want that. I also don't want to upgrade this because we're saving it for our characters. It looks like these two are of equal difficulty, except in the purpose of the resting room, the altar is far more annoying than the campfire. But we're not necessarily in need of another monster, so we can YOLO another bonus. And remember that I have full health right now. So hopefully we can pick something more useful. Alrighty, I have talked myself into it. What a layout. What a truly remarkable layout. We finally get to do our Enchanted Siege shenanigans here in the first room. I probably should have explained that Enchanted Siege not only provides us with some cute power-ups, but it also protects the motivation of our characters here. So when they're transformed, they are no longer themselves. Thus, when they die, a horrible, painful death, tree braiders get more HP. They don't care that much. So, worth keeping that in mind. Anyway, leading the charge is the knight. What is a king before a guy? He's not Arthur. Well, anyway. Hopefully Pliny doesn't die before transforming. But I think he's going to. Maybe? Aww. Well, anyway. The knight's leading the charge, joined by the shitty shaman dealing this AoE fire damage, which was so painful to good old Pliny. Get owned, bro. And last but not least, the supreme nuisance himself, the virtuoso, who now has 13 stacks of poison. You'd love to see it. Bop. No stuns. Beautiful. Hey, look! More enchanted seeds! Good. Once again, I don't want to visit the engineer. I don't need the doctor either. Greetings, El Doctor. Unnecessary. Now, Vertibe has, or will, just be returning from his long venture in the business trip. Sure. Go ahead, Douglas. Go have some fun, Douglas. You deserve it. The R&D manager needs a guinea pig to test a new trap. He was asking you to provide him with one of your employees in exchange for some gold. Well, 400 is a lot of gold. Oh, but Vertibe hasn't even gotten a chance to be in a battle. Poor old Vertibe. Look at all that poison. He does so much poison. His resistances are also pretty good. The only... Oh, his resistance stay the same. The only downside is he doesn't get more dodge. If his level 4 was dodge 2... he'd be an insta-pick every time. But as it stands... I am sort of kind of rich right now. But I wouldn't mind being richer. For the spiky boys. Alright, fine, I'll keep him. He needs to at least get a chance to show what he can do. The workers' union has made a request. Denied. Anytime I hear the word union, I just get the shiver up my spine, you know? Just like Jeff Bezos. Okay. We have a problem. Slight problem. Pliny could rebel. The rebel scum. if he dies a painful and horrible death. Or maybe he won't. Maybe he'll only lose one motivation for dying a horrible, painful death. Do we want to risk that biscuit? Risk it for that biscuit? I think we're going to, because we're fighting a champion. The game is even warning me. Yo. This could be bad. Don't care. I probably should have cared a little bit, but now it's too late. So, here we are. Our champion is Sam. Sam I am. Sam the Innkeeper. And he leads the charge, dealing fire damage to the front, which Kelthu motherfucking Zard is here to tank decently well. The champion Sam is joined by the Scholar, who threw an ice ball at Vertebrae. For whatever reason, his dodge does not actually avoid that. I don't know why. It just doesn't. But she will be attacking the front with fire, which Kel'Thuzad will also be eating with pleasure. And last, but certainly not least, is the Valkyrie, who is taking the arrows to the face, because she is exceptionally weak to nature, because of our little poisonous plant. Kel'Thuzad has fallen, which means the rest of them will soon follow. Treebeard, of course, is a tree, and is thus not resilient to fire. Shocker. I know. Lived at 15. Bruh. We're gonna go ahead and Magical Brambles here to apply additional weakness because it's time for the spiky boys, and you know where this is gonna go. Spiky boys don't give a fuck. I'm a little concerned because the Scholar can only be attacked by Fiery Spiky, who is not long for this world. But hopefully it'll be okay. The Thorns made it okay. Alright, GG everyone. I don't like the 7 Flame Shield, but I mean, what am I going to do about that? Complain? Of course that's what I'm going to do. That's all I do. Now, unfortunately, our generation of Thorns is not great, because Fiery Spiky did a lot of that, but it was enough in the end. Well. Have I ever used this unit before? I don't think I have. Okay. There's also the Horn of Plenty here, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. But, as previously mentioned, we're doing poison and debuffs and thorns. Critting is not that big of a deal. There's also the Mouse Shredder, which is a unique trap in that it invokes silence. I think... Did the Lord get a trap that does this now? Or is Mouse Shredder still the only trap? Anyway, it's neat. But I'm pretty sure I've never used a Skeleton Drake before. Which means I get to name it, and I already know what I'm going to call it. Do not mention the fact that Sindragosa has a body now. I don't care. That is some retconning bullshit. What do you look like at level 4? Oh yeah, you come back to full health, don't you? You're a pretty tanky person. Anyway, Old Big Maw, as the new quote-unquote question mark unit, gets the honorary level 4. Treebeard is already level 4. Oh yeah, I did that. So, who else needs to be leveled? You have a good level. Fiery Spiky can be level 4. And Icy Spike can get it. Fantastic. Time for a business trip. Tarball, boo. Look at that. Restore motivation without having to rest and getting 100 free gold? I'm down. The Headhunter is here to show you a promising recruit he has spotted on the job market. Do you wish to recruit it? This is Alexstrasza, the Colibri. Alexstrasza is, for lack of a better word, a ticking time bomb. And that's not because she's temperamental. It's because she sets the entire team on fire. So, you know, not great when you have trees on your team. We're going to go ahead and get the level 3 poisoned body. Deals 60 nature damage and applies 14 stacks. Do I actually need that? I think I don't. I do want elemental flaw. Let's get freeze as well. Freeze will deal ice damage back and apply tiredness. I got it mostly because if there's... I immediately pictured the pyromancer who was in the back last encounter. And if I could do that to him, that'd be pretty cool. Draconite's attacks apply bleeding. I mean, I don't have a 5th artifact. Could be okay. 1, 2, 3. A wizard with a strange hat has fallen from the sky and led into the entrance hall. He was carrying a magical artifact. Game that is not quite correct, for he was carrying not a magical artifact, but 150 golden coins. That's what he was carrying. During a break, you played the famous fantasy role-playing game Houses and Humans. Oh, look, it actually does something. Well, with their employees, they've learned a lot about themselves. Fantastic. Fantastic. Off you go, Kel'Thuzon. Go get me some gold. The cleaning goblin comes to see you, weeping. Slooby, his pet insect, died in a horrible mopping accident. Will you take Zlooby to the resurrection room to harvest the goblin's joyful tears, sell the corpse to a gourmet chef, or organize a funeral? Now, because we're nearing the end, I think we end at 43. Maybe we don't. 75 gold sounds good. But 40 gold for 40 tears is some premium value. And there might be... I told you there's going to be an alchemist. So, since we just got some fat gold generation, I think we're going to go ahead and tap this artifact to see if we can get one final decent artifact. I guess Douglas can hang out with the Spiky Boys, sure. He's never going to see play, but he can hang out with them. This is going to be painful. I'm not sure how this is going to go. But my confidence remains decent. Leading the charge is the Dragon Knight. We'll be attacking the center with a lot of physical damage. Treebeard is going to eat it with his monstrous health pool. And I hope... Ooh. Even without that fire damage, it wouldn't have been enough. It was ambitious of me. Okay, I admit it was ambitious. But ambition is sometimes fun. I'm tempted to do this just to try and kill her. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it. She is joined by the knight. But what is a king before a god? Because it's Arthur this time. Nah. He'll be attacking the front with physical damage, but his greatest nuisance is that he provides enrage to his friends. What a painful experience that was. And of course, the shitty shaman who healed herself because she is shitty. We're going to go ahead with the Frost Bite with our wonderful leader. We're going to go ahead and Magical Brambles for debuffs. All I need to do is kill one person and we'll just have a catastrophic cacophony of Poison Body. And it'll be beautiful. Glorious. That hurt a lot. Oh my god, enrage on these units is disgusting. But I don't think it's disgusting enough. I think we've got it. Beautiful. Wonderful. Okay. The Scalen figurehead it is. This is showing up a lot. I like how I ignored it for pretty much most of my existence, and now all of a sudden... Hey! It's here. I believe we're at the end. So I'm going to tap the free therapist. The free therapist. We're going to go ahead and hit the alchemist here. I'm hoping there's one more trainer, but it's looking like there might not be. Get some Mao. Ooh, I should not have done that. Maybe it doesn't matter. A trainee has spilled a burning hot drink in you in front of the blood spice latte machine. Puck! My life. We'll punch him. We'll punch him with my little tree branch. Unfortunately, we do not get another chance to level up characters, but that's alright. You are invited to a work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when your turn to pay for everyone comes. What will you pay for? Drinks with blood for the blood god. And that brings us to our final champion. Alrighty. What weaknesses do we possess that we would like to avoid? Well, weakness number 1 is armor. We don't have a whole lot of armor in this room. Weakness number 2 is fire resistance, which is why Kel'Thuzad should be in here. I guess the Drake is, in fact, like the weak link here. Well, I picked it up. I've never used it yet, but I've picked it up. Now that should count for something, okay? On the bright side, the resting room here is not related to me in the slightest. And our champion for Ascension 2 is the Archmage. The Archmage, in fact, if my voice doesn't give out. The Archmage will be attacking the front with ice damage and applying Flame Shield to himself whenever he is attacked. He is joined by the Amazon, who will be attacking the center position with nature damage. Good luck shooting a tree. That's all I'm gonna say. She's doing okay at it. And last but not least is the Invoker, who will be attacking the front with fire damage. Now, Kel'Thuzad, of course, can pretty healthily tank these two characters, but I think even he is not long for this world. He did YOLO the Enrage, which is good. He also survived that, which is good. And I'm pretty much just spamming poison trees. Oh, Douglas. The main reason I'm doing that, of course, is because the Archmage is about to die. Not the Archmage, the lady in the back. And with her death, poisoned bodies reign, and poison is spread. And that leaves only the Amazon. Oh, right, you're immune to that. And the Amazon will fall before the relentless onslaught of the spiky boys. I told you they were going to come in clutch. No one can stop the spiky boy room. It is literally impossible. Although someone almost got close earlier. We don't talk about that.
My quest is over.
Ba-ba-ba-ba! Heroes defeated 24-0. The complete opposite of Mog.
They no longer have a chance.
It's true. They don't. They never did to begin with.
It is inevitable.
Excuse me. Now, that was, of course, a fun little strategy to check out the true value of the Treants, and I, gotta be honest, I was pretty impressed. I was rather impressed. We leaned all the way into one damage archetype, and it didn't overly bite me in the ass. The Amazons were annoying, but that's why we had the spiky boys. Now, this gets better whenever you have this talent. When you deal bonus damage to people who are poisoned. This would have been absolutely disgusting with our current combo, but we need 2, 15, 4, 17. We need to be 17 to get this if we go all in. And I haven't been farming XP. All my characters are around this level. But that was the second level of Ascension. What awaits us in 3? Upgrading price of traps increased by 20%. Wow. What a penalty to apply when next up is Lyra.
So many ideas!
The engineer. Of course, last time we played her, we went all in on a trap build, I think. Maybe. So we'll see if we can repeat that, even with the penalty to price upgrading. Maybe we'll find a magic burst and just completely ignore it. Who knows? Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up to date with happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I'll see you next time for some engineer shenanigans. It's gonna be BANANAS. Bye!